I'm sorry to everyone playing Whamageddon. Last Christmas, you gave me my heart. And 3, 2, 1. I'm about to ruin everybody's Whamageddon.
Hey guys, welcome to the Push Pull Legs podcast with myself, Damik.
And me, Tom Hall. What's going on, buddy?
Don't know what the hell any of that means, but you're going to inform me now.
If anybody's playing Whamageddon, I wouldn't listen to the next bit or be on edge. Be on edge.
What is
it? So Whamageddon apparently is the you can Google it if you want to. So every Christmas, so people play this so that you have like a game that you're playing that you have to try and avoid hearing Wham! Last Christmas all the way throughout December, and you have to avoid hearing it. And you kind of, it's like a self-reporting game. Like if you're out, you're out or whatever. But you're meant to go online and do it. But apparently, so there was a big uproar. It was a football game. I don't know. I can't remember. It was like Coventry or something like that. And the person over the tannoy at the speakers played Last Christmas on like the 5th of December. And everybody, like, he got absolutely blasted apparently because he knew there was a lot of people playing. And he got absolutely roasted apparently. So I was like, shall I play it as the intro music to the podcast? I think we'll get done for rights, will we? No. Or a lot.
Too early. Far too early. I'm one of those people.
12th of December.
Like, still though, like it's not Christmas. Do you know what I mean? Like next week, I think next Monday, you can start to get excited. Next Monday, 18th.
Excited. I feel like
it just strikes me. I just know who. Put it this way: I know from basically how soon people start playing Christmas songs and getting that, doing all that shit. How much effort they're putting into their work. I know that's why. You start thinking about that shit from the 1st of December, you're clocked out. You've checked out.
Well,
from your work.
I put Christmas music on when I make Thanksgiving dinner, but I actually had this conversation in the car because Chloe asked this, and she was like, do you not listen to Christmas songs? Like, I should know this now. I was like, no, because I just put it on a podcast or just put on like my normal music, put on the Hamilton soundtrack, of course, whilst I was driving. And I was like, no, I don't really like, no, just listen to music, whatever's there, whatever's on. No. I don't know why.
Not fussed by it.
You just hear it. You hear it everywhere else, like especially in London. Like,
it's even weirder hearing it here. It's even weirder. Like, me and Mike went to a place for breakfast today, and like they had a little Christmas tree in the middle of it, and they were singing.
I thought you went to the gym. I thought you went to the gym.
Oh, after we went to the gym, we had food.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because our really tough, hard workout we had. And literally, like, you walk in there, I'm just like, it's really sunny outside. I'm in shorts and t-shirt. It doesn't feel like Christmas to me. Like, you know, sing it here in Last Christmas. It's just like, it doesn't really work for me. I really don't get in a Christmas spirit. Even not that I did that much anyway in the UK, but even less so here. Like, even less so. It's really weird feeling.
For you.
I know. Well, I mean, it's not that bad. I can play golf on Christmas Day, so it's not the end of the world. It's fine. Don't cry for me. I'll be all right.
I could play golf on Christmas Day. I won't. Fucking mucky as shit. So.
That's it. Never open, will it?
Winter there'll be some places that are open.
Would there?
Yeah, 100%.
So there should be.
I wouldn't choose to. There'll be some people who spend Christmas Day at a golf course or a golf club, especially like the camaraderie of like, oh yeah, we're in there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it there. No,
I'm not fussed.
No,
might play Boxing Day though. I don't know what day it falls on. Is it Monday? Actually, Monday's the day I used to play golf. So maybe I actually should. Maybe I should just go play like 9 holes or something. Just not tell what. Just go.
Well, Boxing Day is football day, isn't it? So obviously a full day of footballing. This is the first time that there's a game on Christmas Eve as well, isn't there?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Which I'm all for, like, because I'm sure people were usually kind of not doing much on Christmas Eve, and they're like, that's having a game on TV is probably a good idea. Like, instead of just, oh great, I'm gonna watch Chicken Run for the 17th time each year, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, no,
this will be into Dan's wheelhouse here. What Christmas movie gets you in the spirit, Dan?
um, Christmas movie that gets me in the spirit. I think Home
Well,
Alone, like Home Alone's just the classic. Like I think that to me is just Christmassy. I still think Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Again, no, I'm not going to hear anything that anyone says it's not. But yeah,
well, I'm the same chain on like Harry Potter. Harry Potter's Christmas movies for me. Christmas does
really?
happen during Harry Potter, yeah, in the movies. So,
Hmm. Well, they have a whole fucking
um,
term, don't they, throughout a movie? So you think so?
yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
It was a whole year, I believe, each movie, give or take.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I'm pretty sure.
It's a long old movie. Stuff like that. No fucking long movies.
Yeah, that or The Holiday. Um,
The Holiday. Yeah.
Jack Black's in it. I like Jack Black.
I'm not a fan of The Holiday.
Apart
Yeah, I
mm,
don't have a movie that makes me feel really festive, to be honest. I'm not.
and obviously Elf, so which is always great.
Yeah, Elf. No. It's all
No,
right. It's funny, but
it's
it
too
doesn't get me in the
slapstick for you,
Christmassy
isn't it?
mood though. It doesn't get me in the Christmassy mood though. Like it doesn't.
No,
No, you can watch it any time of
no.
year. Elf.
Dan goes full on like dresses himself in green, sits him in the corner, and then
Yeah,
acts as an absolute Grinch.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
me.
Have you
And
done any Elf on the Shelf this year, or is Isabel too old?
yeah, we've still done a bit of it, um, but nowhere near as like into it as we were the other years. Like just not as fussed.
Yeah, I feel
She's
like
definitely
she's
getting to that age where she's like, next year she ain't gonna bother with it. I don't think.
no, she's gonna be like, really, I can reach that elf and put it outside.
Yeah, she like so basically the whole magic of it. You can tell the magic's wearing off because she touched it the other day. She was like, she did
Oh
something
really?
to it. And I was like, oh, that's like, you know, she's
Yeah,
not
it's
fussed anymore.
bad juju. That's not. Yeah, you're not meant to let
Yeah,
them touch it, are you?
no.
Uh,
So she's a bit naughty, but what can you do?
oh, I was explaining because was it like 2 or 3 years ago I sent you that one where um
We
the
drew on the
parent
face.
drew on the face,
Yes.
and I've showed it to a few people like the original, and I was like, yeah, I sent this to Dan, and he was like, brilliant, doing that. Literally did it the next
Yeah.
day. They're
It's
like,
so
what?
good.
I'm so mean. I'm like, is it? All right, okay.
Is it? Like, why is it? I didn't get why it's that mean. Like,
It was so funny. I still remember because you videoed it, didn't you? You were just like, oh, well, waking up.
yeah.
So funny.
I love it. I love
More,
anything like that.
so I've already decided what I'm getting my nephew. I'm going to go to the Pokemon Center tomorrow. There's
Yeah.
one in Stratford, and I'm going to get 3 plushies of the starter Pokemon. Big decision, and see which one he crawls to, and then he gets to keep it. So it'll be either
Are you doing,
Charmander, Squirtle, or
I was
Bulbasaur.
about to say that those originals are
The
classic.
originals. Oh yeah, I'm not getting like I don't know Togepi and Rapidash. I don't know some
Well,
weird fucking
Pikachu,
name.
isn't it? Pikachu's the other
Oh
one, like
Pikachu.
because
Yeah,
it's
but they didn't
synonymous with
choose.
Pokemon.
You
No,
didn't choose Pikachu though, do you?
no. Well, that was
You're
always the
lumped
big
with
thing,
Pikachu.
wasn't it? That was always the big thing with the Pokemon. Was always like the Pokemon game that I first played when we had Red and Blue when it was the
Yeah.
originals.
So,
The whole point of it was to get Pikachu because it was like it was so rare. You find it really hard to get.
but yeah, but then
And we
Yellow
used to
came
talk
out.
about there used to be Pikachu in that little forest way because you used to walk around this forest bit all the time. And you used to just get Pidgey. Was it Pidgey? Wild Pidgey appear all the time.
Pidgeys and like Weedles or
And
stuff like
yeah,
that.
that was it. And the little caterpillar one. And then every so often you'd be like, oh my God, a Pikachu. And it was like, no, and it was one in that area somewhere.
You definitely you had Pokemon Blue then, just by what you're saying there.
Did I?
Yeah, yeah. I had Pokemon Red.
What was the difference? Was there any difference?
So there was in this is really nerdy. In certain games, you could only get certain Pokemon. So you could get a
Okay.
cat. You could get a Caterpie. I couldn't get a Caterpie. I got Weedle. So
Caterpie,
the
yeah.
little wormy things, yeah, yeah. So you end up getting Butterfreeze. I didn't get that. So
Okay, didn't know that. Didn't know that.
yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
There's
That's
certain things
definitely
that you.
makes us look really cool. So.
100%.
In other news, have you seen that a referee got punched and kicked in the Turkish
Yeah,
league?
I saw
Like
that
some
today.
president. How mad is that?
That's
Club president
absolutely
came on the pitch and just fucking punched
punched
referee.
him. That's absolutely mental, isn't it? I'm sure
He's
there's
just,
the.
he's just resigned. He's come up on Sky Sports. He's resigned.
Oh,
Obviously.
really? Good.
All
Yeah.
games have been suspended.
What? Why?
All games in Turkey, sorry, have been suspended. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I got that. I didn't think like, oh, Sunday League, I
Yeah.
can't go to the Rains Park Vale this weekend because of somebody punching a referee.
Well, they just suspended all the games because they're like, well, it's not fucking on, is it?
What, the referees are on strike?
Well, I'd imagine it would be.
Not the presidents. How interesting. How odd. Very odd.
Crazy, man.
Crazy
Turkish
world.
football, though, innit? It's Turkish football, though, innit? Fucking dodgy. It's like whenever I see a footballer that's got like a failed English footballer go to some Turkish team, I'm always like, ooh, not sure about that.
Pauline Kazim Richards. Classic one.
Eric Bailly's there at the moment, isn't he?
Eric Bailly. Well, Wilfred Zaha's there now.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like a footballer's graveyard, isn't it?
Yeah. Wilfred
Zaha there? How's he ended up there?
He didn't sign his new deal at Crystal Palace and then went to Galatasaray.
It seems like a stupid idea.
No, because that's where all the money is. He definitely wouldn't got offered, 100, 150 grand at least a week at Crystal Palace. Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Yeah. I just assumed you knew him, mate, and you could give me the inside.
Oh yeah. I know Wilf.
Oh,
he and Wilf go way back.
Yeah. Anyway, we've not talked about fitness, have we? What are we talking about?
Well, we're kind of talking about fitness, I guess. I think we'll talk about two things. Well, not really fitness based. One of them's fitness based. One of them's coaching based. So if you're a coach, listen. If you're not, then what the hell? How have you found this podcast? Fucking weirdo.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
I guess we're gonna have to talk about Christmas food, not in a coaching's perspective, more like rankings. Because realize that we're actually only 1 week, because the way Christmas falls, me and Dan aren't going to talk to each other on Boxing Day. I think that is it. We'll probably won't do a podcast in between that week, so that'll be fine. Which does mean that we push the Pulley Awards to next week, so that kind of writes our show for us, which is lovely. And that means this week, I mean, traditionally we'd go for, I've seen a lot of people start to rank their Christmas chocolates and stuff like that. It's been done. We've done it on the podcast so many times. Just refer back and they don't change. That is correct. I saw an average of how many was in each one today. It was on, and I was like, that was interesting. It was like, because in like celebrations, there was like 11 Snickers on average or something. There was like Snickers and Mars are like the most abundant in there. Then like Milky Way and then something like that. It's really disappointing how they have the split. Because
surely there's no benefit to them doing that. Surely the production costs of them, like, is it are they at that higher volume that it makes a difference? Do you know what I mean by that? Like, surely you'd go, well, it's just a chocolate bar, a little one, makes no difference. But there must be a reason.
There must be a reason.
Maybe it keeps people buying more because they get less of the ones they really like, so they feel like they have to buy more. So then when you look at a tin and it's just full of Mars, Snickers, Bounty, and Milky Way, you go, oh, I need some more celebrations because these ones are shit.
Yeah.
Whereas if you had an even split, it'd still happen though, wouldn't it?
And like in a box, there was only kind of on average like 6 to 7 of the ones that you really like.
There's obviously a reason for it. Let's try and think of it. Let's try and think of the marketing. I think it must just be making you want more. It must be.
Because you want like, because there was like 7-ish bounties per thing, and then there was like 6 to 7 like galaxies and stuff like that.
Because they've done their own bounty one. Did you see? They did just bounties in one.
I thought that was I thought that was a fake news one.
No, I think they did it. Like, people found them. People are like, yeah,
fucking gross. If you're one of those people listening to this show, unsubscribe. Nobody wants you. Nobody wants that.
Yeah. They literally had them.
Was it a thing?
Yeah. 300,000.
Madness.
300,000 boxes. That's what they should do. Is they should do limited edition, one of each. It wouldn't sell.
No.
Well, no, the bounty obviously did
no,
sell.
But it would be the same. It'd be the same issue that the bounty ones wouldn't sell. But if you hid in a big box of Galaxy ones or a big box of Malteser teasers, let me
just
have
that. Yeah,
I
you
would just have
that.
that. I would
You wouldn't
literally,
buy
but if it was me, I would buy a big box of Malteser teaser, and I'd buy the big box of that and a big box of that one, and I
it.
just
Makes
have
more
three
sense.
or have 3 or 4 boxes and just have big mixture. So it's absolutely great. Oh, we had Thanksgiving the other week, and one of the guests, John, he won't be listening. I put like, because everybody's a bit nicer when like, or it's a bit homely when you put like chocolates out and like, so we had a box of miniature heroes and a box of celebrations, because those are the best 2 boxes. Fuck off Quarter Street, fuck off Roses.
Yeah.
And then I also bought like big crisps as well. So massive Monster Munch, massive What's-Its, and then something else. But with those, I like mixed them in a bowl together. And then he was like, can I have a separate bowl? Because I want to put them in there because I don't like it all mixed together. Is that weird? Like if you mixed, I was a bit weird. No, I was just like, it doesn't matter, all crisps. It's all right.
No,
They're different flavors. I get you that.
I wouldn't like the flavors mixed like that. I wouldn't.
But they're not like grinding on each other. They're not actively pursuing, like rubbing, flaking on each other. So like some sort of dandruff mess. No.
Still wouldn't be my idea. I have to say, wouldn't be my. The other thing I would say actually about that is I do think Miniature Heroes versus Celebrations as a duel. I do feel like the Miniature Heroes have less of the shit ones. They're good ones. I don't think are quite as good, admittedly, but I do feel like Miniature Heroes at the end of a box. I feel like there's more good ones left. Like, you know, Celebrations. I know in Celebrations, is always going to be Snickers, Mars, Bounty, and Milky Way left in there. Just always going to be that way. Whereas Miniature Heroes, I feel like if I was left with, look at it. If I was left with, I'd tell you what is usually left is the eclairs. Actually, that's a lie. The eclairs are usually left.
So if I open this box right now,
I bet eclairs, fudge, and
so there's only things that are left now. And
people don't like Dinky Deckers, but I think they're really nice. I'm happy with
Dinky Deckers are not great, and it doesn't transfer. Big to little doesn't transfer well. It's too dense. It's too like
I still like
it's too just hard nougat or whatever it is, right? So obviously in here you've got eclairs, fudge, whisper, dairy milk, crunchy bits, twirl, dairy milk caramel, Dinky Decker, and twisted cream egg. Obviously the Dinky Decker and the crunchy bits are the newer additions to the family, aren't they? So I believe there's only a few left in there. I can guarantee these are the ones that I don't care about. Oh yeah, and there's also one other, if you can see in there.
Fudge and eclairs, exactly.
Fudge and eclairs, and there's a rogue bounty from the celebrations box that we had as well.
Yeah, bounty. See, I think, I don't know. I feel like, I think if you asked most people what would be left in the Miniature Heroes, I think a few people would be like, oh no, they'd be eating in my house. Whereas I feel like with Celebrations, if you go to most houses at the end of it, it is the same ones. Like, even if you get the weirdos that love bounties, there's still going to be Mars, Snickers, and Milky Way left. Still.
It's weird but then they left because there's more of them.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. Maybe people
this is we've gone full circle.
Do you know what I'm waiting for, though, Tom? Do you know what I'm really waiting for, though, Tom? Is a tub of these to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Reese's. They need to get a tub of Reese's come out, the miniature ones. Dark milk and white chocolate ones. And they need to come up with some new ideas for that, obviously. They could probably do like a Lotus.
Well, they do a, not a tub, but they do a package of those.
Yeah, I just feel like it needs to be a tub.
Because next time you walk through the airport, because I've definitely eaten a whole pack of them on the way to yours.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
I think that says more about me than anything else. I'm one of those people on a flight who I'm sure people get really annoyed of, and I need to go buy some chocolate just to like snack on throughout. I'm just like, I will eat a good family bag of chocolate whilst I'm on a flight, and the 2 meals that I have, and probably something else, and a box of crisps. It's so bad, and I'm only on there for like, that's more food than I'd normally consume within those 6-7 hours that I'm coming over or whatever it is. But it's just because I'm sitting there doing fuck all. I'm just like, this will pass the time. No wonder I feel so fucking shit when I get there. It's like, oh, great.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah. I'm fueling myself up I'm taking all 6 days of calories in of golf, just in 1 6-hour sitting. So,
yeah, there we go.
That is me. Anyway, we've got to talk about coaches' shit retention rates.
Yeah.
Apparently, Dan's getting angry. And I'm very flattered he used me as an example of a good retention rate, which I do have good.
Did I say that?
I don't know. Or that I'm such a baller that I took on a client. I take on clients online all the time, by the way. I've not closed my doors. If in case you want to be trained, it's generally the one-to-one clients. I don't be a very special person. But yeah, I took on a client. I saw them for the first time this week, actually. Yeah. Last week.
Did they realize what them let themselves in
Friday?
They were like,
and they were like,
God, why did I fucking do this?
Yeah, it was quite fun as well. You know what I did? I spent the whole hour doing mechanical movement assessments, looking at each joint no, I fucking didn't do that. I did 10 minutes of looking at a movement screen, and then we cracked on and did some shit, and did a really basic 2 triplet sets. Don't understand. Wow. I've been through that little kind of, maybe I should do a first session, what it should fucking look like. But guess what? You're not a physiotherapist. You're not assessing. You're assessing very small, and it should be a snapshot movement screen, like fucking squat, lunge, do a pull, do a push, do a core exercise or bird dog or something like that. That's all it should be. Like fucking hell. A little movement assessment on internal, external rotation of the shoulder. And that's it. I do 6 or 7 things. That's all I do. It takes me 10, 15 minutes. And then I'm like, cool. I think, you know what I did?
Do you have pen and paper out as well? So you make it feel, so that they know they're being marked and they know that they feel like they're doing an assessment as well.
No, you know what I did, Dan? You know what I did? Which is deeply unprofessional for most people. I asked them, I was like, is it all right if I take notes on my phone? They're like, yep, absolutely fine. I was like, cool. Yeah. Because people don't give a shit.
I still think you should have a clipboard, mate. I still think you should have a clipboard. Yeah.
Or make them feel really awkward and like every single time, like go back, oh good, yeah, and then get your laptop out and type next to them, you're really official.
And you weighed them and you check their height and you weighed them.
Yeah, straight away. Yeah. They can't do that in their own time.
No. And it wouldn't also factor, definitely wouldn't factor into any of your decision making at all. It's fine. You can get all that information. It's fine. Oh my god, yeah. It's funny. I was speaking to Paul Standell today as well. On his check-in, and we were chatting and we had a call, and we're saying the same thing about again, that's where I used you as an example again, but we're talking about just the general retention rates of people and just the general attitude that PTs have towards everything is just so backwards in terms of even trying to get clients. We're just talking about actually speaking to members of the gym as a human being and how much that can do for your average monthly revenue. It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking how much that will help improve it. But yeah, I went off on this because we have a few obviously a few coaches that work with us now. Me and Mike have noticed the same sort of trend, and that is that some coaches are feeling like they need to get more calls booked in than like 6 to 8 calls a month. Sorry.
So
that would be a lot of calls. That would be a lot of calls. So like, for example, like when we're doing our check-ins, we look over the last couple of weeks of data, and like when I log in to look at their data and it says like, 2 calls booked, 2 clients signed up, and then next week 2 calls booked, 1 client signed up. I'm like, okay, sweet. We're gonna have a really good week. Another, week of growth, check-in of growth, probably maybe 2, 3 clients added to the business. And then their current client numbers are the same. And I'm like, how are they the same? You just had these 3 people sign up. Oh yeah, I've lost 3 clients. Okay. Why? Well, they said it was because of this money, and they said it was, that, and they hurt their knee. And I'm like, right. Their reasons that they're giving you because they don't want to tell you the real reason, which is that they don't see any value in working with anyone. Like, they could afford it before, and now they can't afford it. Okay. Value that they perceive this to be has gone down, not anything else. They might have had a car bill. People have savings for that. They may have had their mortgage go up. People, again, like, I get some of the things saying the mortgage go up might be, well, to be fair, your monthly budget's gone down, whatever. But all the other stuff, I just feel like people say these things to be nice. I'm just trying to save some money. Cool. Okay, yeah, wicked. But most people saying that just to be nice. That's my opinion on it. But I just don't believe that you can grow a business if you're not retaining any of your clients. And like, I think people come to mentors or come to whatever word you want to use. I hate that fucking word. And like, I said this to people. I said it.
Shaman. You should do
shaman. If you're coming to me to try and get more than 8 calls booked a month, like you've got things backwards. You're looking at the wrong thing. Because when me and Mike were growing our business, we were booking in 6 to 8 calls a month and growing. That would mean on a normal month, we'd be like plus 3, 4 clients each month. We might lose 2 or 3, but we're gaining 6 to 8. We know that we'd be growing net 3 to 4 a month. That's how we managed to grow in a year to go from, say, when we left Team Box to 30 clients to 80 in a year. It wasn't overnight. It was because we did it like that. 4 a month for a year puts you at those numbers. And I find it baffling when coaches come to me and I'm like, are you not happy with 2 clients net a month extra online? Because that means that if you come to me with 10 clients, it means that in a year's time, you'll be on 34 clients and you'll be up to nearly £85,000 a year, which is more than most people will ever make in their lives. You'll tell me you wouldn't be happy with that. No, I need more than that. I need more clients coming in than that. You have a coaching problem then. You need to go and upskill as a coach. You need to be better at retaining people. You need to look at your average retention. If your average retention rate isn't a year for online clients, I think you need to look at that. No, that doesn't mean every client stays a year. It means that's your average. I still have clients now that work with me. Bearing in mind, I've stopped taking on fat loss clients for 18 months. I still have 15 fat loss clients. Still have 15. Those numbers have obviously dwindled down. But by definition, that means that my retention rate over the last 18 months has been better than most online coaches. And I don't even do online coaching anymore. I don't have my content to use as a way. Because the other thing as well that coaches don't realize is that their content and the content you put out is almost a touch point, and they kind of get to know, like, and trust you a little bit through that and for your stories and stuff as well. I'm not even posting that. They literally have me and the touch point they have with the check-in. And I just find it, if that's the position that I'm in, I'm like, what are you doing wrong? Like with your coaching, what's going on? Because I had a new client, a fat loss client, come back to me only last week. She came back to me. She was like, I don't want to work with anyone else. I don't trust anyone else. I know you're not doing this stuff anymore. I don't 100% understand if you don't want to take me on. But if you don't take me on, I'm probably not going to work with anyone. And I want some help. I was like, that's what it should be like. That's how bad shit. That's how bad but do you know what I mean? Like, that's how you can make someone feel. That's how you should make someone feel with your coaching. That's how it should be done. And it's a really scary time, I think, in our industry, because I actually don't believe that most coaches have a lead gen problem. I think they have a client retention problem and they have a results problem. And if they fix those 2 things, the leads would start to come in themselves. I don't think that the best coaches like need the best marketing strategies. I think they just need to believe in themselves and post their results more often. The problem is most coaches don't get results because they don't retain clients long enough. And there's constant churn of someone being in for 8 to 12 weeks, never getting a result, never showing off the proof, and then needing new clients through the door. And it's a worrying trend that I'm seeing. And coaches need to give their heads a shake and realize that all the best coaches that we know, that I know, their marketing only works because their product is shit hot. And I use you as an example. And I was like, Tom's taken on a client for the first time in 2 years in person. First time 2 years. I remember you said it. You're like, oh, it's weird taking on someone for the first time 2 years.
Yeah, I literally I said to the woman as well. I fully was like as transparent as possible. I was like, this is weird. I've not done a first session in over 2 years. And I was like, I've written a course on fucking doing this shit. It's like to guide you from day one taking on your client to 18 months down the line. That's what PT Core is, right? And if you follow that, you'll fucking retain your clients. And I was like, fuck, I need to remember what I fucking do. I was like, obviously I know, but I was just like, what is the norm? I was like, what is my normal operating procedure for that first session? Because it is, yes, it is me. It's a personality. It's what I do. It's my traits or whatever, but I still have a product that I need to deliver on that first session and go through that. It was odd, very odd. But yeah, obviously online it feels a little bit slicker because they're a little bit more concurrent, and people as a business online is a little bit more just as like it's because you don't see the person always, they're a little bit more flaky. I'm assuming. Just
yeah,
from my
look,
perspective
and
as well.
there is definitely an element of that with online. Like, I'm not suggesting that people will stick around as long and you're going to build up as good a relationship, but
yeah,
I actually also don't foresee it if all these online coaches are sitting there saying that online is actually better than in person and it's actually better in terms of the service you give, well, then make it fucking better, because if you're saying that, well, that's exactly, well, there you go, right? So, but this is the line that a lot of online coaches use, is like, oh, you only see your PT once a week in person for the hour, and I give you all the nutrition help, I give you the check-ins, I give you the support, and I'm like, yeah, but do you though? Yeah, but do you? Because your retention rate suggests that you don't, because as you found, right, you've got clients now that you still train that I trained when I trained with you in the third space. So I'm like, and Mike has this. So Mike had it the other day where he's like, he's had people work with him. He's like, I think he had a client that when he still working with him now from his first ever year of online coaching. So it's like 7 years going on. I've still got a client with me from 5 years ago, still working with me now. And I go back through my list and I'm like 3 years, 4 years. And I'm like, so it is done then, and it can be done. I'm not saying that you don't get those people who sign up and it's not what they thought it was going to be and they don't see great results. Just like we all had that even with PT. But the point is that online coaches are trying to position themselves as superior to in-person. And I'm like, you better be able to fucking back that up, because most of them can't. Most of them don't have the ability to retain a client for a year. Whereas when you look at PTs in person, they retain their clients for a long fucking time, usually, if they're good.
I'm trying to look. I was like, I think it's the one you commented on, who has been, because I was thinking through this the other day, and I was like, I can go through my list here. Nick's been with me for 4 years, Sam for 7, Ali for 5, Richard Nana for at least 6, 7, Sergey for at least 8, Chloe for
and one of the arguments as well, by the way, with that is like, oh, they must not be getting a result then, because otherwise they'd have left or they'd have got the result. And I'm like, no, the whole point is that they see consistent progress over time. There is no end to any of the fitness stuff. There isn't an end to it. You just adapt and you evolve. Yeah, exactly.
It's you adapt and you evolve on what's happening in their life, and what is their most, I don't know, the thing that they're working towards. Because I've 1, 2, 3 of those girls have been pregnant twice, and once within the time frame that I've trained them. So their goals have definitely changed, gone from like not being pregnant then to being like, oh, we've got pregnant-based training, then we do postnatal, and then we start training for something else again, like a triathlon or getting big glutes or something like that, and then it changes. But I think the guy that you're thinking that I've trained since you was Keith, is the guy I played golf with. But his thing has always been, I want to be strong for golf. Like, he's like, cool. Yeah, and he hits further than he does now than when he started.
And the problem
10 years ago.
Yeah, that's mine. But the problem as well that online coaches have, one of the biggest problems is they don't listen. So they don't listen, right? So you just said there, his goal was that he can keep playing golf and all that sort of stuff, right? Well, that means that every week he sees you, by definition, he's getting a good result, because it means he can carry on playing golf because he's fit.
Yeah, he plays golf
stuff, right?
3 times a week.
So many online coaches push their clients too much in terms of fat loss. I've got 3 clients on my list. I can tell you now, their goal is neither to lose body fat, gain muscle, or do anything like that. That's not their goal. One of them just had a kid. His goal is to make sure he gets to the gym twice a week and he gets out for a walk twice a week for 30 minutes or more. Like, unrelated, he hasn't got a goal. Like, his goal is to turn up. That's his fucking goal, right? And like, too many coaches are push people too hard, or they're completely too soft, and they get it all the wrong way around. They're too hard at the times when they need to be told to back off, and they're too easy on people when they actually need to be told to fucking pull their finger out and do something about it. And they don't have anything in between, because they don't know how to coach people. This is what I keep coming back to the whole time, is you can tell that they've not actually worked with other human beings. The best online coaches for me are always the ones that have done the most amount of in-person PT. As a general rule, if I was going to just generalize it, the people who are best online have worked or still work with in-person PTs people, because they get it. They understand that people turn up and they don't need to have the best session. They don't need to PB every week, and they just want you fucking there. And that's the thing with online coaching, is it's too much of a, I've got to get a result in 4 months. You haven't, because you haven't even defined with your client what the result is. You think that they want weight loss. You think it's this. You think it's that. Have you even asked them the question? Have you dug deeper into what it is? Because I guarantee you, it's not, half the time it's not that. Half the time it's having someone there listening. It's having someone there telling them that it's okay to not be a fucking bodybuilder, that it's okay to not be at it 100% of the time. They want someone to say it's okay to have a fucking Kit Kat or whatever and not fucking worry about it. it's reading the room and understanding this stuff that they're just so bad at. And this is why that they can't retain their clients, because they just are too regimented with the way that they work. And then they go, oh, the client wasn't a good fit. No, you just couldn't fit around the client. That was your problem. The client, you can't tell me that every client comes to you isn't a good fit. Well, every one of them. I think we need to look at the common denominator here, which is you. Maybe you're the problem. And coaches just want people that are going to track their calories all the time, weigh in on time, do all their check-ins, and be a robot. I'm like, that any fucker could coach that person. Anyone. My mum could do it.
They're not humans. The people that do all those things, generally, you're going to slip up. Genuinely. 100%. Like, stuff happens, unfortunately. That shit happens. And it's being able to, work around those when they do, and, when to push hard. But, yes.
And it's also like how much of your time as an in-person PT is spent having a laugh with your client.
Yeah, exactly. Like so I've actually just
taking the piss, having a joke. Like
I've taken
the butt of the jokes.
I've taken one client back this week as well from another coach. So obviously when I moved gyms in February, right? And it didn't quite work out situation wise, but obviously I'm back nearer to where I was. And I did the classic business thing, message your old clients. I kind of was like, a bit full, so it's fine. I'll message I messaged about 4 that I like. In terms of old clients that maybe from the last 5 years. And then the one that I wanted got back in touch because he's a member of 3 golf courses that I want to go play. But it's literally that. I'm more expensive than the coach he's currently using. 100%. And he knows that my time is more limited, but it's that. We have more of a laugh in the session. He enjoys the chat more. I was like, oh, so how's training with Tony? He's like, you tell me. It's like, I barely know anything about the guy. Like, I've been training him for 6 months and no idea. And I'm like, that sounds like fun for 2 times a week, like at 7 a.m. I'm like, fucking hell. I was like, well, here are my times. Like, crack it in. It's like, yeah, you're more expensive than him, man. I was like, yeah, but you have more fun though. You get the same result. He's just as good as coach as me. Like, he probably even more golf specific mobility wise, not in terms of strength was, but yeah. And I was like, yeah, no, there's that personal side. Boom. The ability to talk to people one-on-one. Like, but that's where people tend to stick around because of trust as well, isn't it? If you keep, that's also one that I guess that we talk about, I guess, business wise as well, and what your message is and what you kind of double down on. And it's being consistent with your message, even when they're in the business as well. I will guarantee you go for all of those clients and they know I'm going to train them for vague performance. They're going to try and move better and I'm going to make them lift heavy things. They all know that. And I'm not going to deter from that. I'm not going to be like, oh, this year we're going to go for mobility and do Pilates. Oh, this year we decided to do FRC training. Oh, no, actually, I went on a course and now we're going to flip-flop towards this kind of regimen or something like that. Or we're all going to do conditioning all the time. No, fuck. Jesus Christ. Yeah, start to add in. Like 100%, I've been like... I've not gone away from all of my basic strength shit and making people strong in pretty much every range and getting them moving correctly. But I've definitely with High Rocks been, obviously I've educated myself more of that on more and cardio based stuff. I've definitely written those little WODs, very safe WODs in now, which I think people have enjoyed, but they're really simple. They're easy to do. And there's no reason why I couldn't do them, but it's the whole training philosophy thing as well. I think people will flip flop between that far too often or not update it whatsoever. And it would be like, all right, I've had the same plan all the time, or you haven't learned anything new. And I've done the same exercises all the time. It's like, yeah, it's fine. But we're still, I talked about that the other week in terms of progressions, regressions, and lateralizations. Like, what? New word. And it's like, in terms of programming, just in case people think they're getting boring or they have to change their message or stuff like that. No, you can do the same thing, but just slightly different. Like, in all honesty, there doesn't have to be a progression or regression from exercise to exercise. Me going from a rear foot elevated split squat with a dumbbell and a goblet to a rear foot elevated split squat with 1.5 reps in a suitcase. Yeah, we can make that a lateralization. That can be we're moving towards the same goal, but we're just going to be over here today. instead of over here. That's it. That's absolutely fine. I think there's the obsession. It's like, oh, have we progressed or regressed this exercise? Or are we moving towards that goal? No, we're just having a little step sideways because this view of this bit is a bit shit. We're going to get a better view from it over here for a little bit. And you're going to be less bored. That's in terms of coaching philosophies. I'd implement that, having a little bit of lateral kind of movement, but sticking with your core message of what you're about with your training. Because I'm sure that could be a retention issue if you change too often, or if you
and this is the thing, is like people always want like the answer. They want to know, okay, well, what is it that they
it's not any one thing, is it?
And it's exactly, well, for some people it's that you program to, you change too often, and for some other people it's that you don't, not enough. Like again, it's knowing your client to a degree, and it's knowing
knowing the client. Because I'm one for that, and like I listen to them, but I try to wear them down. But I'm one for possibly changing too often, just because I like the fact that I work in 4-week blocks. Doesn't mean that the client likes working in 4-week blocks at all. I have one bellend who only likes 3-week blocks, and I'm like, that's more work for me. You don't realize that. Like, I have to change things every 4 weeks. But then I have some that will quite happily do 6 to 8 week blocks. I'm like, you're perfect. Like, I have to do copy paste, add 1, add 2. That's it. Like, so, but that is, But then with those, the clients that this is about coaching, with the clients that change stuff every 3 weeks, guess what I do? I do a lateralization of like kind of the same movement, just a little bit different. But I trick them into doing a 6-week block. They're a coach. The person I know is a coach anyway. So, but I think he's smart enough to do it, but I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? It's having the brain to do that, and the brain to notice that you even need to do it, or like I said, that the client is the sort of client that needs that level of detail or doesn't need that level of detail, and what they turn up for and why they turn up. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but like it's like, why, are they someone that wants to know that their plan has changed every 3 weeks? They need to know what has changed, the elements of it that have changed, or are they just someone to turn up and go, Tom, what we're doing today, and they'll just do it?
You know what I have done recently as well, which this will blow people's minds because I don't think anybody really does this. Okay. On the WODs. So say I'll get one up now. So Dan, just talk shop for a little bit.
One of your WODs. I don't think what these are going to be like, Tom. They're probably going to have fuckloads of that stupid fucking watt bike on there, like power tests or something like that. Like, do that,
WODs.
and then it'd be like do that, and then all of a sudden it'll be. No, I'm thinking more about the thing at the end. Not like, obviously your WODs are going to have like some strength.
Oh no, I'm saying like full WOD. Like I literally will write these as a separate session. So, or at the end of a session. So I wrote a Hyrox based.
I just imagine you at the end of it would just be like, fucking max power test just for the sake of it. Why not? just to destroy your lungs, Brill.
I'll do that. I'll do like, some of those like 6 seconds and then do stuff like that. But Hyrox WODs, there we go. So this is what I started doing the other day. Where's a 30-minute one?
And the title for Hyrox, just about Hyrox for people who aren't strong enough or fit enough to do CrossFit. Is that what you're gonna?
Pretty much, yeah. Hyrox, and then I got a few messages going, I enjoyed that you two saying that Hyrox is now a personality trait. And then I used that on every Hyrox athlete's like check-in this week. I was like, good, as long as you don't turn into that. So this one's really, really fucking basic. Let's do Hyrox number 1. Fucking hell, for time. So it'd be like 400-meter run or row, and then it'd just be 30 of something. So, and it's always specific. So it's like, so obviously there's runs, rows, and ski ergs. So there's 400 meters of whatever that is. This is for time. So just get it done. And then you're always pairing with either wall balls, sandbag lunges, or burpee broad jumps. Just pick, boom, boom, boom. You probably do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's in a particular order. And then what I've started doing is say that I've got like, where you might see like 21:15:9 in CrossFit WODs or stuff like that. And then I've started really pissing people off by inversing the exact order of the numbers and just seeing how they react. And so it'd be like, they've gone from 5 push-ups to 10 somethings to, where would it be? Like this one, for example, like 4 burpees, 6 squats, 8 sit-ups, 10 like push-ups or something like that. And then I'll just exactly inverse it the week after, just to piss them off, just to see what they do as well. And they're like, what? Why? I can't do that many. I was like, well, I wrote it, so I think you can. Yeah. I've started playing around with those numbers.
I used to, the thing I used to love doing, in it's a bit unrelated, but the thing I used to love doing is just dropping in like 7 reps, 11 reps.
Oh yeah.
Just, and you always get the text, why am I doing 11 reps? Why not? You do 10 or 12. Well, yeah, but why 11? Well, do 11.
Yeah, I've got quite a lot of 14s in there at the moment.
Yeah,
for people.
Just love winding people up with that one. Like when I give someone a 3, 5, 7, and they were like, "Why is there a 7? Why are you doing that?" They're like, 5, 3, 1's okay, but 7's not okay. 8, 6, 4's okay, but not 7. But 5's okay. Do you know? You're like, well, what? Like 7.
Not many people
7,
like
9, 11. Poor old 7, 9, 11.
People don't like stopping at 9. People hate stopping at 9. They're like 10. No. I had one more though. But didn't want it. No. We're 2 R&R, so yeah. You're not allowed to do it today. Quite funny.
Funny enough.
All right, let's do a little bit of blind ranking, Dan. Anyway, people may have a client retention problem, I think, in summary, sometimes.
Fuck me, fix that. Jesus Christ. Or know your number as well. That's what I would say. Know your fucking number. Like if I came to you tomorrow and said, right, what's your average client retention? Give me a number. Don't just go, I don't know. Like the exact number. Yeah. That's what you need to figure out and work on.
And that's you kind of how many clients on average you lose per month or per quarter, and then how many like stay for months at a time, because I'm assuming you probably sign them up for that much time, and then how many you sign up. Those are 3 pretty good key indicators of growth and kind of, I don't know, staying the same. What's that called? Homeostasis, maintenance phase, or whatever my watch is telling me. My training status, Dan, is productive. Thank you.
Productive. Well done, mate.
I know. Thank you. I was so tired. I said that it's full like Christmas. The one nice thing about being a coach in London is you get invited to lots of Christmas parties. But I have also been out 6 days in a row, so I am knackered. And trying to do that with triathlon training is death. So that's not good. Yeah. No. All right. Blind ranking, Dan. I think this is going to be quite interesting. I've seen quite a few of these. I quite enjoy them. Where people do blind rankings of like, oh, you're going to do a 1 to 5 of these footballers, but you're not allowed to know which one's coming next. And then you've got to rank them straight off. So obviously you can't go in hard, being like, oh shit, or you're like, oh, Beckham. And you're like, oh, he's 2. Then they're like, oh, Ruud van Nistelrooy. It's like, oh shit, he's better. All right, 1. Then you get, oh, the real Brazilian Ronaldo. It's like, fuck, I can't put him 3. And you're like, oh no, I get annoyed. Anyway, let's do this, but Christmas style. Hey. This will be nice for a little cut up when I put it through Opus, which has been very successful now. You're going to see that 3 times a week of podcast clips. Oh my God, because I paid for the year, because I might as well do it. It wasn't that expensive. It was only like 40 quid. I was like, fuck it. It's as good as that. And I was like, it picks it out for me, does it all for me. So all good. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go Christmas style. I think we can't really do the centerpiece. So I'm on Waitrose. Okay. I'm on the main event page for Christmas dinner list. All right. But we're going to do a Daniel blind ranking. Okay. So that means we're going to rank. So we've got, these are the categories. I say we pick 2, just otherwise we'll be here all night. So we've got centerpiece, which is the meat. Okay. But there's only really one meat really that you're doing. Otherwise you're just having a roast dinner. You've got sides and trimmings. I feel like we're going to have to do that one. We've got desserts. There's a lot of shit there. We've got drinks. I don't think that's going to be good for Dan, but considering it's all alcohol. We got sauces and condiments, sweets and nibbles, the food cupboard.
Trimmings, do trimmings and then sweets.
I think, yeah. So it's trimmings and desserts.
Yeah, do that.
Perfect. All right. We're not. How many of the list would you like to blind rank? In the sides and trimmings, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 on that list.
I think 5. Yeah, do 5.
5? 5? I've got to pick 5 from this list. You're then a blind rank, and then we'll give you on the honorable munchins on the end, yeah, for where we might put these. We're like, yeah, that would put that in. Okay, so I'm gonna write them down, Dan. It's nothing but thorough because I'm gonna hold you to this, and then send you.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll get it up, and I'll do the Christmas. I'll go on Waitrose, and I'll do Christmas, and I'll do the sweets and stuff for you on yours.
All right, I'll close that bit. Should I put it in the chat? This is live. I'll put the link in here.
Oh my god, they sound so good.
Oh god, I can't even copy and paste apparently. Definitely definitely did control V to copy. Lol. Who would do that?
Well done, mate. Christmas dinner list. So I'm going to go sweets and nibbles for you.
Not sweets and nibbles, no dessert, surely.
Desserts, did we say?
Yeah.
Okay, fucking hell, yeah. There's a lot there.
There's a lot of those. That's better. That's a better choice.
I mean, yeah.
Well, you can use your brain, like obviously, to be the most Christmassy ones.
Yeah. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to cheat and look at sides and trimmings either. It's just not going to.
All right, good. So I can't really remember, but we vaguely know them, right? Okay. So, all right, I'm gonna pick out the 5 which I think are the most Christmassy on here. So coming right out the gate, we have roast potatoes. From 1 to 5, where are you putting those? Good roasty is a good fucking roasty. Like,
3.
3! Wow. Yeah. Roasty.
Only because I'm gambling. I'm gambling on the other 2 that I wouldn't put 1 and 2. I'm
fucking hell. Jeez.
That's fine. 3. I'm
punchy.
Taking 3 because there's 2 that I know would go above it for me. If
am I going to pick them? Am I going to pick those?
This is the thing. I have to gamble. I fucking gambled. I've gone for it and I've gambled. Right.
Jesus. All right. Brussels sprouts.
Wouldn't even be on the list. 5.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
100%. Not even.
See, it does depend on how they're done, because like roasted with bacon, or with lardons, lovely. So
yeah, better, but still not great.
It is good. It is good though. So we've gone 5 on that. All right, stuffing.
2. Stuffing goes above roasted potatoes for me. Everyone's waiting. Everyone knows what number 1 is. It's got to be picked. It's got to be picked. It's not. It's just travesty.
I feel like I just want to do this like 2 random ones now and just really piss you off.
Carrots and peas. Oh, great.
You're like, oh, great. It's like Dan's number 1
it's like
thing.
Fantasy football all over again. It's like fantasy football all over again. You're trying to predict stuff. You can't.
All right. We're going to put parsnips.
Oh, saying that they're worse than Brussels 4.
Oh, so they're better than Brussels. Okay, parsnips. Yeah. I can really fuck you over here. All right, we'll go for the thing that you think it is going to be, and it's going to be pigs in blankets.
There you go, number 1. And that's my top 3 in that order, because I think stuffing is better than roast potatoes if it's done well enough, and it's like nice kind of like sausage meat stuffing. Like, I think it's really good. I have to say.
I would agree. I would agree with that order, to be honest. I would put Brussels sprouts ahead of parsnips.
I'd put Brussels ahead of parsnips in hindsight, obviously. That's the one thing that I...
And then the honourable munchins from the Waitrose and Partners Christmas list. We're not sponsored by them, by the way. Wish we were. Okay. Carrots, obviously, honey glazed. People, get alive. Peas. Who's having peas on their Christmas dinner? Is that a thing?
I guess so, yeah. People are just different, aren't they, with their veg? I don't think we've had it for our Christmas dinner.
No. Red cabbage.
No, not a chance.
Not had that on my Christmas dinner. Cauliflower. Cauliflower cheese would have.
Cheese, got to be with cheese, yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. According to that. What other stuff would you have on sides at your Christmas dinner?
That'd be it, I think, pretty much.
I think that's pretty much it.
Roasted carrots and parsnips together, yeah, but not boiled. Never boiled. I don't think we do any boiled veg on Christmas dinner. It's all roasted or like you said, the sprouts and stuff like that. Gravy. I mean, does gravy count, or is that a
gravy? Yeah, no, is that under sauces and condiments on this list? Yeah, it's on the sauces and condiments list, which is a good list, to be fair. That's one for the future.
I've got the desserts. I've written the 5 out that I'm going to pick for desserts. I've picked out the ones that I've either seen at my Christmas dinner or is an option at my Christmas dinner, because there's some stuff on there that I wouldn't pick. I think it's stupid having it there because I've never had it, but I understand that why it's there. So I've merged a few things together. All right, so it's 5.
Yeah. I'm a bit apprehensive going off a meek Christmas dinner like menu, but yeah,
no, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
I would say as a family, pretty traditional. I'd say. I think we're both from fairly traditional families.
And I've picked the order I'm going to say it, and I'm not going to change the order. I picked the order. I'm not going to change the order I'm going to say it in. Okay, just to try and do that to you. Okay, number 1, trifle.
Oh no, 5.
Trifle number 5.
I'm not a big jelly guy.
Christmas pudding.
Ooh, 3.
3.
But the Christmas pudding is very much made by the like.
I'll let you pick which sauce you have with it.
Sauce and stuff. Like,
you can have cream or brandy sauce, whichever you prefer.
Oh, brandy.
You're gonna have brandy sauce, right? Okay.
So brandy. I get to have brandy cream, no?
Well, yeah, that's what it's called, isn't it?
Okay, good. Yeah,
it's creamy in it.
Brandy sauce.
Okay, Yule log.
Oh, these. It's chocolate log, isn't it?
It's chocolate log, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not always a big fan of these. I think they're a little bit like crystallisy. No. But is it better than a warm? Is it warm or is it cold? They're traditionally cold.
It's not. It's cold, isn't it? It's got that like icingy stuff on the outside. It would melt.
Yeah. Well, this is how I've gone too low for all of these and feel like I'm just going to pitch all the low ones and then leaving it open for the high ones. 4. Which I definitely that has changed over time, because I would have put chocolate way up there, well above like Christmas pudding. But I think I've grown to like Christmas pudding.
Okay.
Into my 30s, so I've got 1 and 2 open. But I've also lost my brain in terms of what other fucking things it could be.
Well, yeah. Well, the next one, mate, is mince pies.
Yeah, I should have changed this. Well, that has to be 2. That's not my number 1 fucking thing, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, number 1,
mince pie. I get Bailey thing to dip in as well.
Yeah, you get.
I want Bailey's cream or whatever. Just give me a fucking jar of Bailey's. It's fine.
The last one, mate, is cheese and crackers.
Fucking hell, no.
That's your number 1, Tom. I'll read out what was there available, because what I've realised from doing this is that Christmas is not a time for desserts. That's what I will say.
Not, is it? No.
These are awful, right? So we've got Christmas pudding, Christmas cake, which have the same thing. Fresh cream, brandy sauce, kind of goes with that. Panettone.
Panettone is good.
Panettone.
Yeah, I quite like
Stollen.
What is stollen? Doesn't
Stollen's
sound
like
great.
that. Like it's like almost like a Yule log, but only with dried fruit and made of bread. It's that shape in it, like a Yule log shape. They're not good.
Stollen. Like a dick, spotted dick.
Yeah,
spotted dick would be moist.
Google it. Don't Google spotted dick, but Google stollen. Then you've got fresh fruit. Poor choice. Pavlovas.
Pavlova? It's a Christmas thing.
Never had a pavlova as a Christmas thing, ever. Trifle, mince pies, Yule log, cheese, and crackers. They're your dessert. I mean, it's
not great, is it?
But even let me read out the sweets and nibbles. This was the other option. I'm glad I didn't go for this one. Sweets and nibbles. Nuts, crisps, dips, dates, biscuits, satsumas, tins of chocolate, after 8 mints, and canapes. It's a bit broad, that, isn't it? Like,
yeah, because they haven't delved into like what kind of crisp, what kind of chocolate tin, or whatever. Yeah, but they've gone really specific on fucking fruit, where you're having satsumas.
Yeah, so we definitely picked the ones with the most variety, I think, in them, the size and trimmings and stuff like that. But yeah, there you go, mate. That's that.
You're there for the sides, aren't you? You're there for
You're
the
not there
sides.
for the dessert. You're just not there for the dessert, let's be honest.
What would you normally have as a starter?
I don't think we have a starter because we just have big breakfast usually, so we don't need a starter. Not really a usual thing.
What time do you do like Christmas lunch or dinner, or is it like mid-afternoon? We're like a mid-afternoon dinner.
I think something like that.
We're later than you. Yeah.
And you do all your presents afterwards, don't you? You're that weird family.
Yeah, we're weirdos. Yeah.
Yeah, I said it the other day on the video, and everyone was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, we do like the whole morning is like very chill. You kind of just get up when you want, and then we all like do a little We take the dogs out for a big walk, a good hour, knacker them out so they're not absolute bastards throughout the whole day. Yeah, come back, cook, lazy. Some people like dressing up for Christmas as well. We're not in that camp. Whatever. We are literally like how I'm dressed right now.
Chill. Yeah.
Absolutely chill. Because it's just like
I knew that you were someone who did all your presents after your late dinner, and it was like fucking weird. But no, because I was talking about how people should just again talk about what they do and their opinions on Christmas, because people love giving their opinions, and I used you as an example, and everyone was just like, "Oh my god, what a fucking weird!" I was like, "Yeah, go tell it."
Yeah, tell me, but I'll get interaction from it. It'll be fine. Freaks. Is that Christmas content advice? That's everybody's gonna be doing Christmas content. I did think about it, and I was like, ugh, I wouldn't be passionate about it. I was like, it's fine.
No, that's literally what I said in the video. I said in the thing, I said, look, if Christmas is your thing, fucking go for it. But if it's not, don't feel like you need to join in with everyone else's content and the way they're fucking doing it all. It's just boring. So yeah, shop horror with your content. You should be yourself, whatever time of year it is.
No. I will continue being a sarcastic bastard. It'll be fine. We're all good. Okay, cool. Any business? Well done if you made it this far. It was a long episode. Good job.
Yeah, I'm ready for bed. That's why I'm ready for bed.
Currently, if you have noticed at all on my emails or anything like that, you got 21 days for free on some Combine programming. Just have a little taster because there'll be a new group starting in January. Wonderful. And it will be every 2 months. You will not be able to get in apart from the last week of every other month, basically, in the new year. Just in case you need your programming done for you, which currently you can do. Basically, the way I pitched it, you can just have my programming for free over Christmas. You don't have to do it because you haven't fucking paid for it, but you can have a little look. Anything like that. It might be more than what Dan's sessions did, like his goblet squats and I don't know, what did he do? Like daisy chain rows? I don't know. So,
yeah, all that shit. I love all that. You know me too well.
I don't know. Thanks for listening, guys, and we will catch you next week.
See you later.